You're breaking my fingers. Give me my cell phone. You're breaking my fingers. He pushes them out. Stop.
Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. We post videos daily, so if you don't want to miss an upload, consider giving this video a thumbs up if you're a fan of Dr. Phil, join the notification squad by subscribing and hitting that bell notification on, but also, don't forget to comment down below saying I subscribed to enter our monthly shoutouts, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. Hope you enjoy the video. Since Phil McGraw has been on the airways ever since the late 90s, it's safe to say that he has encountered countless remarkable guests. While each of them had a unique and unsettling story, not everyone managed to make generally calm television doctor lose his marbles or temper, even though he is generally known for his serious and no-nonsense style. Without further ado, here are 5 times Dr. Phil completely lost it with guests. One time, a woman named Kimber reached out to Dr. Phil regarding the behavior of her 16-year-old daughter Brittany, who was manipulative, entitled, destructive, and was generally spiraling out of control, as she was also verbally, emotionally, and physically abusive. Apparently, Brittany failed every grade except the 6th grade, and now that she failed the 9th grade for the 3rd time, she finally dropped out of school. On the other hand, Brittany claimed that she's very intelligent and overall a great kid, but she just couldn't handle the workload of homework. Still, she did have a hobby that she planned to turn into a full-time job, as she had 3 YouTube channels and was determined to become a YouTube celebrity. When she quit school, she spent her time at the skate park, drinking, smoking, and making videos of questionable quality to say the least. To make matters worse, she revealed that she has no respect for her mother and that she addresses her by her first name since she doesn't see her as a mom, adding that her father was an idiot for marrying her in the first place. As if that wasn't bad enough, Brittany also claimed that her parents are aware that she's smoking pot all the time and that if her parents say otherwise, they're lying. "At my house, it's my rules, and I honestly don't think there's any other rules," she said in her tape piece. On the show, Brittany acted like a know-it-all and like she was above everyone else. Her every reply was sarcastic, and it was obvious from the start that such kind of behavior greatly annoys Dr. Phil. When Dr. Phil questioned her sarcasm, she said that the entire situation is funny because she isn't really a big issue, and pointing at her mother, added that the issue is sitting right there. She also claimed that she knew what Dr. Phil was going to do, and when he asked how, she replied that she just knows, as she's watched him ever since she was little, and that she knows every aspect of everything.
You sure got me figured out.
Things culminated when she called her mother a psychopath, so Dr. Phil had enough of it and wanted to break her. The television doctor asked Brittany to define the term psychopath, and she started saying that her mother ruined her life, but Dr. Phil interrupted her and asked her again to define psychopath, as he has had enough of her. When she said that psychopath is, you mentally cannot think straight, you mentally do not think your age, and you have you just don't think right. You don't think like a normal human would, probably thinking that she just described herself. Dr. Phil roasted her in front of everyone, much to the amusement of the audience.
Well, that's not what psychopath means at all.
Okay, then define it.
Wow.
One time, Mark and Nikki, a married couple, came on the show because they were having marital problems, but the most entertaining part of their appearance was a video Mark recorded with his phone. As he was about to leave somewhere, Nikki started raging because he took her truck that wasn't insured. To stop him from leaving, Nikki hanged on the side of the car with her fingers rolled up in the car window. Even though she didn't want to let go, she screamed at Mark to stop and roll the window down, only to put her hands back in the next moment.
Breaking my fingers!
Then get him out.
You're breaking my fingers!
Get out.
No!
The ridiculousness of the situation annoyed Dr. Phil to no end, and when Nikki tried defending herself, frustrated Dr. Phil said that her explanation is 30 seconds of his life he's not getting back. Her behavior in the video triggered him so much that he totally lost it and started imitating her.
You're breaking my fingers. Give me my cell phone. You're breaking my fingers. He pushes them out. Stop.
Ultimately, he asked both of them if they were raised by wolves and told Nikki that he doesn't want to talk about the status of the truck coverage, but about how she feels seeing herself on the video as a grown woman out in the street with her hands stuck in the car. In spring of 2017, Dr. Phil welcomed what was probably one of the world's most spoiled girls on his show, and her attitude will make you baffled. According to her mother, 19-year-old Sherilyn had blown a whopping $130,000 living the high life with fast cars, designer bags, clothes, makeup, fine dining, and more, while the teenager blamed her lazy, moody, and mean mother for raising her to be that way. Sherilyn actually had 17 credit cards, all mixed out completely, and stated that she simply threw the bills away without even looking at them like it was the most normal thing to do. But that's not even the worst part. She actually took all 17 cards in her mother's name without telling her by technically stealing her mother's identity. However, when Dr. Phil confronted her with the fact that she had committed a crime by doing so, the 19-year-old simply replied, "Oh, okay," before laughing about basically making a confession on national television. It seemed like in her mind the whole thing was just a joke, and it almost felt like the audience was encouraging her attitude at this point. It certainly wouldn't have been the first time that an obnoxious little brat found fans in the audience. I mean, just think back to Danielle Bregoli, better known as the Cash Me Outside girl, whose impossible attitude made her so famous that she actually started a rap career. I mean, good for her. But this girl, on the other hand, obviously needed a reality check, and her disrespectful attitude towards her mother became apparent in basically anything she said or did. After the show host brought up the fact that she had shoved a fish sandwich into her mother's face, the delusional teenager added that she had thrown pizza at her mom too, like this was something to be proud of, before adding that her mom should have ate faster.
Tell me how that's flattering to you.
I mean, she should have ate faster.
At this point, Dr. Phil absolutely roasted her by correcting her grammar and asking if she had sold her 5th grade grammar book, leaving Sherilyn speechless just for a moment.
It's eaten, not ate. Did you sell your 5th grade grammar book?
Coming up with this pick, we have a 19-year-old vlogger, Romina Garcia, who faced controversy after making a video in which she bizarrely defended domestic abuse by calling it a sign of love. In the video that went viral, Romina, who had a black eye, told viewers that there aren't many boyfriends that care enough to beat their girlfriends, but those that do are amazing. I just wanted to say that if your boyfriend or the guy you're with puts his hands on you, like he hits you or beats you up or whatever he does, stay with him.
If your boyfriend hits you or beats you up, stay with him. He loves you.
She said before further elaborating that being hit by her boyfriend means that he must really love her, because he would risk going to jail for being violent towards her. He's gonna do time, or he's gonna have to pay money to get out of jail, or whatever the case may be. He's risking all that for you, she said. In a response to all the backlash she suffered after posting the video, Romina felt that she was misunderstood and decided to come to Dr. Phil. She claimed that she had received messages of understanding as well as support, and she actually felt like a role model for her 153,000 fans and followers. Naturally, Dr. Phil questioned her belief, to which she replied, "Not anyone is just going to go to jail for you. So like, he must really care. I really do believe that." Baffled, Dr. Phil could only state that she's irresponsible and her logic is flawed at so many levels, before proceeding to express his concern, saying that the message he's putting out there is idiotic and that it could cause an innocent young girl to put herself in harm's way and ultimately get hurt. Somebody needs to tell you straight up what's wrong with what you're saying. In a moment when he lost his cool, Dr. Phil ultimately told her that he normally wouldn't give her a platform for her infuriating opinion, but that he was worried that quote-unquote idiotic message that she was putting out there could cause young girls to put themselves in danger simply by following her twisted logic. One time, a young woman named Jessie reached out to the popular television doctor, claiming that her stepmother Laura is a hoarder. To make matters worse, Laura wasn't hoarding just random unneeded objects, but animals as well. Speaking for the cameras, Jessie said that the house was so disgusting that she was sick of living that way and decided to do something about it. Instead of dealing with the problem at hand, her father John took a rather passive approach to the situation and moved to live in the garage. Things escalated when a nurse from the program that helps out first-time moms, that Jessie's part of, was coming to the house. According to Jessie, she completely spaced out and forgot about the appointment, and her stepmom Laura took that opportunity to try and get Jessie's baby taken away, telling the nurse that Jessie let her baby cry for hours and that the baby's face is covered in bruises all the time. After a month-long investigation, Child Services closed the case, and disappointed, Jessie decided to stop Laura from ruining their lives. When they got on the show, Dr. Phil was annoyed straight away by the fact that nobody in the house except Jessie's dad actually works, and the man was living in a cot in the garage. When Laura stated that she doesn't consider herself a hoarder, the footage from inside the house showed 53 animals living there, including 5 dogs, 4 cats, 2 bunnies, 2 snakes, 3 tubs of mice, as well as a fish and a sheep. In addition to that, there were also piles of old newspapers, bags of clothes, and other inanimate objects hoarded in the house. Frustrated, Dr. Phil asked John, Jesse's father and Laura's husband, if he had called animal control. When John simply replied no, Dr. Phil quickly said that he's going to. Laura started defending her hoarding, saying that the animals were not endangered, but Dr. Phil had none of it and called for Anthony Huskins, a staff member who was behind the camera. Since both the animals and people were living in horrible conditions, Dr. Phil instructed Anthony to call animal control straight away, saying that he wants those animals reported and unfortunate dogs that were kept on the leashes all the time rescued before noon that day.
Those dogs are going to get rescued. You ought to be ashamed of yourself tying those dogs up like that.
Laura once again tried to justify herself blaming John, but Dr. Phil was so angered that he told all 3 of them that they should be ashamed of themselves.
Angelina and I take care of them every
should be ashamed of
day.
yourself tying those dogs up like that.
You brought them.
You know,
Thank you for checking this video out, and don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on and comment down below that you subscribed, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.